Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Deep Magic. I'm so glad to be back with everybody and back with our cast. It's been a wild ride for me. I'm very excited to keep doing this. Thank you, everybody who attended our last impromptu guest session, taking over our Friday slot. It was a lot of fun to have Rachel join us, and so we are going to get started right away. We're going to start up at the top. MJ, introduce yourself, introduce your character, and anything else you want to say.
Hi, I'm MJ Bradley Lestrange. I play Gray, a punk rock selkie who has no idea what they're doing. You can find me on the Certain Point of View Network as a podcaster, and I also write sometimes.
Awesome. Rhea.
Hey, I'm Rhea. I play Anil, who is a blacksmith, and I don't have anything funny about the last thing I did last session, but she swears a lot still. You can find me on Twitter at Explosive Donut. That's where I am most of the time.
Awesome. And Velvet.
Hello, everyone. I'm Velvet. I'm playing La Coca. I eat cars, and you can find me on the interwebs at OG Brown Sugar.
Awesome. And going up to the top, Michelle.
I had something for this, and then I lost it. It was a musical number, and I'm really disappointed in myself. Hi, I'm Michelle. I am playing the always charming but always delightful and doesn't know what she's doing, Iris. And you can find me on Twitter at Michelle Sealight. The C stands for Crystal. Yes, that's my name. And you can also find me storytelling the Onyx Paths Boston by Night, which at this time this episode's airing, Saturday night at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we will have episode 11 airing with the special guest, the undisputed, really, really cool guy, B-Day Falters.
Awesome. And Junie.
I am Judy Von Esch. Hi, everyone. You can find me on the internet as Judy Von Esch, also at Twitch, and I storytell as well over at the RPG table on Saturdays before Michelle and the RPG table for Vampire The Last Breath, Chicago by Night.
Awesome. And Junie's playing Annunciacata, which I can now say.
Yay!
Say it 3 times.
Annunciacata, bite me.
That's it.
Anyway.
That's it. We win tonight. That's how that goes.
Right. Are you ambassador to vampire bats? Is that why Spectre wants to have you bite them?
I don't discriminate on any bats, so.
And which brings us to Evan, my favorite.
Oh, that's not fair, but I'm not going to complain. Yeah, Evan Ivy. I don't do as much social media as the rest of them, but hey, we're all here for TTRPGs, which means none of us know actually what we're doing. Mm-hmm. But you can find me on Instagram if you'd like at Crawling Ivy. That's IVEY.
Awesome. So, to recap where we were, our wonderful Motley had spent the night in a relatively okay hotel and are now on their way to a farm on the behest of Mac. And they have rented a minivan in which they were watching The Princess Bride. This is a fairly long drive. You're looking at about 4 hours in the car together.
That's nothing.
What are you all doing in the car together?
No. For the last time. Like, we are not turning left into the barrier, Annunciacata.
I'm just listening to the thing telling me turn left. Why is it telling me to turn left?
That's the movie, Annunciacata.
Oh, sorry.
Madden's like, I'm here for the minute we actually do turn left. Like, I just want to see what happens.
It's all I hear is turn left.
I like to think Annunciacata is just a really persuasive backseat driver. Turn left. That's a tree. Trust me.
The portal to the dreaming. Just, I can hear it. Keep going.
Max started this car ride with a power nap for sure, but he'll wake up in a minute.
Okay. Lacoca, I want you to roll me wits and empathy, please.
What's my wits at? Because I sure as hell don't have any empathy. Would my instincts kick in here?
No, not exactly.
That is a 5 on a crit.
Awesome. Your scythe feels... Well, there's no other way to describe this except excited, hungry, like it's vibrating, and it's only resonating with you, so nobody else is looking at this scythe going, it's a vibrating scythe. It's portentous. Think of it that way.
I think, like, under glamour, the scythe probably just looks like that classic greaser, like, toothpick switchblade.
Mm-hmm. It feels like something's coming, and it feels like your scythe knows that.
Something's coming. Something fun.
Oh, is it a bathroom break?
Alright, do you mean fun in, like, the fucking normal person way, or, like, your own messed up way, where you'd, like, eat cars and shit? I know that was my idea. I don't fucking care.
Oh, wait a minute.
Like
that was
karaoke night or fun like street brawl?
Like, the club we don't talk about type of fun.
Oh, so like the gentleman's club.
We can
Not
talk about
like
You're
that.
close, Iris, sweetheart. You're close.
I heard somebody needed a bathroom break.
Yeah,
Okay then. Hello, phone.
Hello, Iris.
Stop.
The nearest rest stop is 14.2 kilometers away.
Anybody got a bottle?
What's the difference between a kilometer and a mile?
Okay, phone. Translate that to American, please.
The nearest rest stop is approximately 6 miles away.
You can't hold it for 6 miles.
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Did kilometers make it sound much more intimidating, Corey?
Yes, ma'am, it did. But really, don't worry about it. I was just kind of making an offhand comment to fill the void of silence. I think we should be more worried about the fun.
It's fair. You do make it to the rest stop. Canada has this propensity to build rest stops that have Wi-Fi, Tim Hortons, some random fast food joint. It could be a KFC, it could be a Harvey's, it could be a Swiss Chalet. It really depends on the rest stop. It also will have a gas station and your general set of restrooms. So it's the kind of place you...
A rest stop.
I mean, yes, but I know very few U.S. rest stops that are as condensed as this one and as consistent.
That's every rest stop I've ever been to.
If you go to the Mass Turnpike, every rest stop is exactly the same on both sides of the highway.
Yeah.
The Northeast is a lot different than the rest of the U.S.
Don't like
The Northeast is Canada, too.
Yep. Just saying.
Geography.
Oh, I think I'm going to get myself another one of those drinks. Would anyone else want anything? Use the bathroom, get some snacks?
Oh, there's also a gift shop, usually, which is weird.
I can get a keychain.
It's the little things in life.
Is this one of the rest stops that has like the combination McDonald's Burger King in it, or is this one of the rest stops where there is a vending machine?
It'll be a combination McDonald's Burger King, though it'd be more likely to be McDonald's, Taco Bell, Burger King, and Swiss Chalet.
Yeah.
Canadian rest stops are too powerful.
Hannah, do you want some help?
Yes, please.
And it's like, I'm gonna stay in the van. I'm gonna stay in the van
No,
because 6-inch tall people still freak people out.
you can put it in my purse. You'll be fine.
We can, you still have to use the bathroom, too. I'm not expecting you to go in, a bottle cap or something.
What's in your purse, Enunciacata?
Several tarot deck cards, crochet hook, some very thin thread, Lipton tea because weak tea needs weak tea, small little sugar packets. Also,
Are they uniform or different colored?
different colored, so you can't tell
yeah.
what they are. Possibly a small pocket knife and very, very, very sharp knitting needles.
Cool. Any ID or credit cards?
Yes.
Cool. He will get in your purse and start trying to get comfortable in there. Everybody goes into the rest stop. It's exactly the way you expect a rest stop to be. However, when you get back to the van, there is a flying squirrel with a piece of parchment wrapped around its leg, just sitting on the van.
You know, like you do.
Yeah. This Iris is gonna come out with a armful of knick-knack bags with the keychains, the little teddy bears, there's a t-shirt in there somewhere.
Yep.
Iris, one thing. Only
Yes.
get one thing.
You're not my supervisor.
I'm just encouraging you to exercise restraint, please.
But the keychains have
Okay.
notes on them.
They're gonna break. Like, these things are pieces of absolute shit. Like,
My
and
personal favorite
Neil will hold one up and just, like, snap it and just be like, fucking useless.
Maybe you should make some better keychains.
My personal favorite thing at the gift shops in there are the hoodies. They usually reference the North in some fashion, so, just stating that.
Look at this. They have but it's all really cute.
Just find me one that says something quirky about the North so I can have a hoodie because I'm cold. Please.
There's one, they have a lot of, like, the King in the North. I feel like that's a reference to something.
Yeah.
So you also probably will see a We the North sweatshirt running around because last year Canada won the NBA Finals.
There's also something about a Naba.
About what?
A Naba.
What about a number?
I have trouble believing that Iris would be so naive to see 3 letters and try to pronounce them.
Are you
But
aware of the Great Nabba?
There's the Atom, the Naba, the Prindle.
The Nuffle?
Anyways, what are y'all doing about the flying squirrel, which is more important than the hoodie?
The hoodies are important, gosh darn it!
I can't see the squirrel.
I'm gonna try to catch it with my tongue.
Okay. Roll me a dexterity and athletics, please. Standard difficulty 6.
I'm sorry, just the concept of, like, using your tongue on a squirrel.
It's like total Toad Nat Geo stuff. Like, I'm just gonna look at it, like, super still for, like, a couple of seconds and then just blip.
Okay.
Math. That's 6 on a crit.
Cool. You successfully catch the squirrel. However, there is a 6-year-old girl staring at you and pulling on her mom. Mom, did you see his tongue? Did you see their tongue? Oh my god, it was so cool.
Nobody will ever believe you.
6-year-old just staring at you like, but I saw it. And turns to their brother, who's about 12, and is like, we should go ask. Can your tongue grow that long? That would be so cool.
Okay.
Also, you're still holding the squirrel, so it's not, like, hidden.
I'm gonna grab the scroll with my hands and retract my tongue.
6-year-old looks at you, she goes, I saw that. Can't hide from me.
I'll stick my tongue out at them. And then retract it.
Fair. She is still watching you from inside the rest stop, but she has moved on with her brother. They are excitedly discussing the length of your tongue. You have a squirrel, though, which is just kind of looking disgusted at what just happened to it.
I will take the message and release the squirrel.
Cool. The squirrel will scamper to the side of the car, but it will not leave.
I'll hand the paper to somebody who likes reading papers. I'll hand it to Iris.
It's wet! Oh, please let this be water.
It's a kind of water.
Open it.
This is a message from Queen Laurel.
Dearest Lady Iris, I write to you as your fun. Oh, fun. Oh.
Hey, I think at this point Cormac might walk out from the bathroom and hear that approach. What are you whining about, Iris?
Oh, fun.
She has a...
Did you break a nail?
No! I would much rather break a nail than the contents of this letter.
Oh, you got a letter. Why is it wet?
What's the letter say?
Dearest Lady Iris, I write to you as your sovereign queen.
Oh.
Yeah. Now you see the fun part came in. And your kin who does not wish you ill, you or your friends have in your possession a cup that belongs to me. Kindly return it forthwith. You may give the cup to Squire Zerny, and she will bring it to me. I shall let you take the cup in error rather than in malice. Signed. Well, it's pretty.
The squirrel chitters at you at the name.
Are you? Is it a squirrel squire?
All right, now that just makes everything better.
A squirrel.
A squirrel!
This was all worth it. This was all worth it just for that one.
Absolutely.
The squirrel bangs his head on the tire.
Do you mind giving us a minute, Squire Zanny?
The squirrel shrugs. It stays there, but it shrugs.
Okay, you're expecting.
Pause.
Are you expecting a response? Am I supposed to respond to you directly?
Maybe give him a tip.
Those nails really need some trimming a little bit.
Nods.
Are you fucking...
You know what a
kidding me?
tip is. I refuse to believe that you run a charity and don't
No.
know what a tip is.
She doesn't know what a tip is because she's probably never tipped a person in her life.
No, actually,
It
I just
ain't
don't know what I'm supposed to tip.
American
What am I supposed to tip a squirrel?
I mean, don't
I
tip
see
the
it,
squirrel.
Connor.
I
The
got
squirrel's a
this on the
fucking
cup.
person.
We're
The
gonna have
squirrel's
to
a
take the
fucking
squirrel out.
person.
Enunciacata, you definitely know that that's probably a puka. There's absolutely no reason that this would be anything but a live-ass person.
I think we all suspect that this is a live-ass person.
The squirrel was hitting its head on a tire in frustration.
She will pull a 20 out of her purse and try to find where the fucking puka is so she can give it a goddamn 20.
I'll guide
Down and
Enunciacata
left.
towards the squirrel.
Thank you.
Just warmer. Colder. Warmer.
Looks really confused because it's not objecting to $20, but this is not what you would normally do. It's looking for a cup, so it's just like, what am I supposed to do in squirrel form with a $20 bill? Also,
What I
your
mean?
person has
Okay.
become very still.
All right, Squire Fluffytail, hold on just a second. Who has the cup? Which one of you had it?
I
You
think
have
it might be in the.
Not Gray has it.
Do you say this out loud in front of the squirrel?
Presumably.
Yeah, we're not smart.
He knows. Wait.
Well,
did he not know?
actually, technically, Anil is very smart, but not very wise.
Listen, I think we're overlooking something really important. I called dibs on that cup. So if the squirrel wants it, we're gonna have to fight it out. And I'm a win.
All right. You know what? That answers my question. That's fine.
The major issue is that I don't know what to do about.
I got you. Gray,
Yes.
you left it in the van, right? Come here, please.
Okay. Sure.
I'll sidle around to the van and pop open the briefcase that Cormac carries around with him. Say, all right, just what we're going to do. Here's the idea. The briefcase can make a copy of the cup. It'll only look like it, though. So we
damn.
can give the squirrel the copy. Does that sound okay?
Yes.
Okay.
How long? I have so many questions.
Don't worry about it.
That's all I'm going to do now.
Both of you roll either. Let's see. Let's go for manipulation and stealth, please. Nothing else will suffice for this particular roll.
Manipulation and stealth.
Where the flying fuck is stealth?
See, that was my problem. Stealth's not on there.
Oh, I found it. No, I'm just a silly man.
Well, JK.
Yeah, no. There's a few skills that like we could ask for that aren't on the character sheet.
I don't know why the sheet doesn't have lore. It should have lore, but
Oh,
Mine has lore and stealth.
Yeah,
I
mine
know.
has stealth, not lore.
I got both.
I'm rolling 6. Have to find 6.
So what's the difficulty here?
It's just the 6. It's your
Okay.
standard.
Bitchin', I got 3 successes.
Okay,
I'm still finding dice. I'm sorry. I'm the worst.
that's fine.
The absolute worst.
I just rolled to see if the squirrel could hear you, so.
I really like traditional clicky-clacky dice, like most TTRPG gremlins do, but I have been using the dice app for a little while, and it's just so much simpler when you have to roll a shit ton.
That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe I should download that.
I like clicky-clacky dice, but right now I don't have access to my clicky-clacky dice.
Yeah, but then look, you got all these pretty dice.
I got
Right.
4 successes.
And this very nice wooden tray.
I have
Mm-hmm.
some really nice.
As far as you know,
dice.
you're not being overheard.
Okay. So, just do me a favor, Gray, and don't, tell anyone about this.
Okay.
Cool, thank you.
I have so many questions about you.
I'm no one, I promise, holy shit.
I
So-
really don't believe that,
But
but
he said,
I will let that go for now.
He picks up the briefcase and says, would you please open up for me, dear? And it pops open, puts the cup in, closes it, clicks it, waits a couple of seconds, and goes, one more time for me, dear, please open. Pops it open, and there is the cup. He takes it out and hands it to Gray and goes, all right, that's the fake one.
Where's the real one?
Closes it, clicks.
No, you can just tell
waits
me.
a
You don't
couple
have to show me.
and then asks it again, pops it open, and there's the real one.
Okay, leave that one in the car.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got the real.
We're good.
Good. Okay. Now go give that to the squirrel, and we'll call this done.
Okay, Captain.
Now, purely for my own pride, how how much better is the copy compared to the one that I fucking worked on all night? We could have just done this, apparently.
You know,
You could not have done this because you couldn't get your hands on it.
That's
Yes.
true. That was the problem with that plan.
I was trying to work on a plan to get the cup to make a copy of it, but you put so much heart into that, and we didn't need to get the cup in the first place. I was like, let's just let Anil do that.
Besides,
She's gonna be so
it's exactly
fucking
what would
pissed.
happen in the middle
She's
of that.
absolutely just gonna punch you right in the fucking
But
nose.
it's a perfect physical copy. It doesn't have any qualities of the actual item.
Understood. The squirrel looks at the cup, looks at you, accepts the cup, then looks a bit miffed because it's a big cup and it's a small squirrel. And
Transform into something else. What do you want?
I'm not even gonna hide my pleasure. This is hilarious, buddy.
So we're just going to give it up?
Right.
Do we have like a...
drags the cup across the parking lot. It's interesting. It attracts attention because it's a squirrel with a cup. What?
Isn't this cup made of crystal too? Isn't this a very intricate cup that someone would wonder why the fuck this squirrel had it?
Ray just stands there sipping from their hot cocoa and just goes, "Isn't nature beautiful?"
I mean, Toronto squirrels will fuck you up. Sorry.
New York squirrels will steal your French fries.
So
Exactly.
we just gave it up?
Iris, don't worry about it.
I'm worried.
No. You know, I saw a really nice mug in the gift shop that'll be perfect for you.
Why do we even care? The whole point was that this thing was supposed to be fucking cursed,
Right?
and now it's now the tournament's canceled.
We had a big C word.
Don't worry
Okay,
about it.
Iris.
We
Big
got
crystal cup inside the gift shop. Mug says world's best hair day. Let's go get the mug for you, and everything will be fine.
Okay.
Maybe my hair is
Do you
today.
What was that, Spec?
I was about to say, I'm guessing Chris and Cormac go into the shop.
I'm going to buy her something nice and make her feel better and forget all about this. Yeah.
What a good boyfriend.
Do you say that in character? Cormac will literally growl at you.
Oh, okay. Well, everybody who doesn't go into the gift shop, please roll me a perception and alertness, please.
Oh, piss.
Beep, 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 beep.
Why did she put her dice away? I heard you ask yourself. The answer is she doesn't know.
You can have the sensation of digging your fingers into the bag.
That's a regular ass 5.
Perception and alertness, we said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming this is regular difficulty?
Mm-hmm.
3 successes.
Okay. Okay. The squirrel hasn't left.
I had 1 success. So.
They're just loitering.
Well, everyone with 3 and above, the squirrel hasn't left.
What's it doing?
It's just sitting there. With the cup. But it's sitting there in the grass. That like big reedy grass that's by the highways.
O'Neill will walk over. Hey buddy, what you doing?
It just stares at you.
You got the cup.
It continues staring at you.
I know you can fucking understand me. Don't fucking play this game with me. I will punch you. We said we'd give you the cup. We said we'd give you the cup. We didn't say anything about no punting.
It raises its claws and it's definitively giving you a middle finger.
Fuck, I'm gonna punt that fucking squirrel!
Alright, please roll me.
I'm so sorry.
What do you roll for squirrel?
And roll or strength and athletics, please.
Strength and what?
Athletics or brawled.
Alright.
World doesn't know is that Anil played soccer when they were younger.
Anil's just real fucking strong.
This is my life now.
Creaky toy noises.
You punt where the squirrel was.
Oh, fucking shit bastard! You would have very successfully punted the squirrel had the squirrel not moved rapidly. You know, fuck you too. I'll walk away.
Okay. There's a shimmer of light where the squirrel was, and then no squirrel no cup.
Didn't have to be a fucking asshole about it.
Okay.
That was a warning kick, right? You didn't fuck up that bad on purpose.
Yeah, absolutely. Besides, I'm more used to my arms. Like I fucking hit metal all day for a living. Like,
Yeah, you do.
Like fucking look at these arms.
Look at these guns. He says to the red cap and the troll, who was coming out, having no idea what happened with the squirrel and the punting and the cup. And just Anil coming back from the corner of the parking lot looking annoyed.
Alright, I think it's time to get back on the road, everybody.
Agree.
That squirrel was a piece of shit.
I got a mug with it.
I'm sure you're right.
Things.
Getting back in the car.
Everybody admire Iris's mug.
It's gorgeous. Sure.
Good. Good.
I got the mug with the teddy bear inside of it, so I have 2 things, but it's really one.
Put your name on the bottom in case you lose it.
She's so proud of her loophole.
Yep. So, getting back in the car, everything seems fine for the most part. You still have the cup. The squirrel was not punted, but it's gone now, so don't know what to do about that one. And you are headed to the farm. The farm is called Holstead Farms. It seems to, if you look it up online, which I figure is a fairly easy thing for most of you to do. Also, Annunciata, your phone has now been correctly set up for voice commands now, so you can look up whatever you want to by just talking to it. Madden definitively set that up for you. He also pops out of the purse and he's like, yeah, no way that worked. No way that worked.
No way what worked? We just handed over the cup.
Sure.
About that.
What?
I can't tell you how, because I made a promise. But we didn't hand over the cup. We handed over a cup, not the cup.
The only cup that I'm aware of that's not that cup, but looks like that cup, is the one I spent all night working on.
Did you just hand over one of the mugs from the gift shop and called it a cup?
Madden's like, you're fun.
Look, it was a little jiggery pokery.
Yeah.
Some magic involved. And everything is okay for at least a day. And that's better than not being okay immediately. And I'll take it.
That letter was addressed to me. She's gonna think that I was the one who did this.
It was going to be that way no matter what.
You
There
look
is
like a
actually some
snitch, so
truth-
I'm... Sorry, Spec.
There is actually some truth to what Iris said. Iris is nobility. The letter is addressed to Iris. Iris would be held responsible within the court.
Oh,
Yeah. Whatever tomfoolery you just did is
I
going
don't-
to reflect poorly on me.
The fuck
Ma'am.
is tomfoolery? Why are we introducing new people to this mess?
okay. I just wanted to avoid conflict. I'll be straight up with it. Lakoka over there was threatening violence on the tiny rodent, and I wanted to avoid the violence.
For gosh,
I mean, beyond
sake.
threatening, violence was, what's the word? Imminent? Listen, I got dibs on that cup as part of the deal. I'm not gonna hand it to some squirrel.
Okay.
I am so mad right now that the
Iris?
flames, the
Iris?
flames, out of my face, the flames.
Yes, I know the flames. Iris, look at me. Please.
I'm not driving. I'm not looking at you.
Yeah, no, road.
I thought we weren't on the road yet. I apologize.
I just turned left.
All right, well,
Left at the
Finally.
divider.
Been telling you to turn left for ages.
look, Iris. Either we gave the cup over and then get fucked by our open contract, or we buy ourselves some time to figure out what's going on. You were going to be blamed for it no matter what due to your station. It was going to happen.
Is this why you took me to the gift shop? Is this why you took me to the bloody gift shop?
Don't you like your mug?
And then Siakata, what did you just draw?
Seven of Pentacles, waiting, time will tell.
Madden pops up again. He's like, y'all need disguises. Y'all need to be less noticeable than this. I don't even, like, I say this as a man who can't get out of my 6-inch state. I understand that, but also, I'm only 6 inches tall.
Is this
You
what?
can hide, like, anywhere.
Exactly.
Ah, who's that in the passenger seat?
Good, does that work? Perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking more, inflicted disguises, like magic. I was thinking like magic, but okay.
I don't think I can do anything. I'm not.
right? So we need to find somebody who can give us disguises. Cool. Not a problem. Why are we going to a farm again? Like, why?
We're going.
Beans, the musical fruits.
I mean, I've got a friend I need to meet up there.
Cool.
Is friend a human?
I don't know yet.
So lucky that I'm not the vindictive type, because I am so mad at you all right now.
Ma'am, this is already fucked, to be frank.
You will feel so much better after you see me take down a giant.
You don't get to call me ma'am. You used my love of knickknacks against me.
Does that mean you're gonna start using my name?
Burn.
As soon as you have a much more pleasant sounding name, I will call you by your name.
That's not how that works. You know that, right?
I like the name Coy.
Well, yeah, but you called my name unpleasant.
That's not nice.
Say with my accent. Like Korma.
You mean
Gray. Gray.
Have trouble
Yes.
with CK.
You've gotten a text message. It says, "Hey, our show in Windsor sold out. It's gonna be great."
Oh, when's my show?
It's in a couple of weeks from now.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. That's fine. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Goes,
We shared the news with the Neil because that's the only person I'm friends with.
we had
that's
like
rad.
5 people, and then this huge group came in, like up on the peninsula.
Wait, I'm only getting every other word that you're saying.
Yeah,
Can you
it's a great
start
hobby.
over? Oh no,
Oh no.
Great.
it got worse.
Oh no.
The text message says, "We only had like 5 people." No, I don't know how to fix it.
Okay, my band was more popular than 5 people.
I understand that, but like it was pre-sale tickets, and what I'm trying to describe here is that pre-sale tickets have been slow, and then all of a sudden a giant group just booked off stuff. Am I still choppy?
No, you're
Yes, you're
fine.
fine.
I'm thinking
Good
now. That's
Can you get
slightly
like VIP
worrisome.
tickets?
I mean, yeah, you're gonna be backstage. You're coming.
Hell yeah.
Driving into the farm, you see a large pen of cows, which is a bit weird for an agricultural like place that wants you to pick up some beans. Usually, farms focus on either growing shit or herding animals for the most part, unless they're very, very small family farms. This doesn't seem to be a particularly small family farm, although it's not as large as some of the other farms you can see on the street here. The larger farms have corporate names on them. This one has the Holstead Farm and like hand-painted signs and, you know, the folksy kind of wood signs that say you can buy produce from their little barn in the front and that kind of stuff. It looks very quaint.
Love me some fresh fruit.
Cool.
How rural.
Hmm?
I said, how rural.
Yeah.
Rural.
They sell corn here. Is corn in season right now?
Corn would be in season, but it's not grown here. It's more likely to find apples here, which is a slightly more labor-intensive and tends to be like homegrown farms because fruit trees take a lot of tending that corn doesn't.
What type of apples?
They
Sorry,
have-
Rhea loves apples, so now Anil has to love apples.
It's all good. They have a pick your own situation in the front, and they have different rows of different types of apples there. So there's Max, there's Honeycrisp, there's Gala. There's a list of them.
I'll get a bunch of Honeycrisp for making cider. We're gonna make cider.
They also have their own home cidery can there too. It may not be the best thing ever, but it is part of like homegrown, Ontario made. It's labeled that way too.
Oh yeah, shop local.
Yeah, local shit has its own like nice uniqueness about it.
It also smells like somebody's baking in the back there, so you can't tell what type of baking, but it's got that kind of cinnamon smell in the air. There's also some pickled vegetables here, some like pumpkin butter, apple butter, spreads. You know, your traditional shop local kind of farm. There's also like a line of people here to do pick your own. There's a little booth out front, like a temporary shed, and there's a like 18-year-old girl there taking tickets and, you know, handing out baskets. There's, you know, families and teenagers trying to get away from their parents and, you know, usual things you find at other farms.
I'm going to text my boss and say that I've reached the location, ask for a name or a description or a place.
Okay. The name you get is J. It's just the letter J. It's not J-A-Y. He says it's an old French family, but he doesn't talk like that. So, you know, don't mention it. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
The person at the kiosk in the little barn area is also clearly a hired person for the season. She looks to be about 60. She's got really cute, white, fluffy hair. She's like, "Hi! So glad to have you out here. How'd you find us out here at Holstead Farms? I ain't never seen you before."
Just in the area. Heard about you guys board of mouth at a rest stop a couple miles up the road and thought we'd stop by.
Oh, yes. Well, you know, Timothy down there, he's such a sweet boy. Knew his mother. He's wanting to go into Toronto, but, like, he does love his apples.
There's just something about the countryside that's hard to leave, you know?
Yeah, I know. I have to say I always loved it, but it does mean I'm still working the season here at this farm. Though Mr. J, he's real nice. Of course, we have had a little more publicity lately because of the golden goose. It's an experience to see that thing. Mean as shit.
The what?
The golden goose.
Ray is like getting very excited behind you and like, the thing! The thing!
What?
There was a news alert
yeah.
at the hotel about the golden goose.
Wasn't there also Gray's vision?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why Gray is getting very excited.
Yeah.
Also, I've decided that whenever Gray is excited and like trying to remind people of what they've said, Mac is the person that they smack. Like wherever he is in the group.
Okay.
It just makes sense.
I approve. This is cute. All right, so I think we need to see the goose. Then that sounds like a once in a lifetime kind of thing.
Well, I mean, we did just close off for visitors, but I'll see if Mr. J. I mean, it's been wild, and you know, sometimes you just want some privacy. And also, the news crews come out here, and they're from the city, and they just don't know how to act.
Well, I promise.
I was about to say, I had to get young Alan out here with his tractor to smooth out the parking area again because they're getting the big potholes.
I'll tell you what. If you want to talk to Mr. J for us, we'll be nice and quiet, in and out. Just do something quick. We're not in town for very long. We just like a chance.
Cool. I'll see what I can do. Are you all together? I'll go get Alan.
Loosely. Loosely.
Oh, I just meant for the checkout purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'll get Alan to help you. And about a 30-year-old man comes out. He's got darker hair and green eyes, and he looks like one of the photos of men up on the wall. So he looks like he may be part of the family here. He goes, "I'll help you," and she wanders off to go find Mr. J.
Thank you, sweetheart.
About 15 minutes later, an older, also about 60, distinguished but definitively farmer-looking dude comes out, notices Matt, goes, and then notices everybody else and goes, "Oh, so you want to see the goose, huh?"
Yeah, most of these people do. I'm with them.
Oh, okay. Well, she's not the nicest goose, but sure, feisty for something that small, but definitely take you out there.
Matt looks at Lakota.
And also Lakota, yes, very good point.
It was a surprise to all of us. I ain't never seen a golden goose before. Now, there were some stories that my great-granddaddy saw, some golden geese, but, like, they were just stories. Everybody roll me perception plus empathy or perception plus kenning, something like that.
What's the number?
This will be a 7.
Hector, can I do Graymare instead of Kenning?
Sure.
I got 3 10s, a 9, and a 3. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7.
I got 2.
2.
Any? Alright, everybody, well...
That's an 8 on a crit.
Okay, so the people with 3 successes, you notice that this farm is rather supernaturally put together. It's kind of like somebody has OCD about everything here. It looks exactly as quaint as it should look. It looks exactly like it has a perfectly organized system. It looks like everything you would picture if you were going to choose a place to go for fall aesthetics. That's what's going on here. For those of you with 4 and above, you recognize the signs of a boggin. So, boggins are changelings. They are very helpful. Lakota, you ran into one as your jailer. They will do everything to the best of their ability, but they have to do it perfectly. It's like the worst case of OCD all the time.
Let's go meet a golden goose.
You're taken to a different section of the farm past where all the other families are gambling around, picking apples, dropping apples on the ground, and making your host wince intensely. He's apparently not about the bruised apples and the people who can't pick apples properly, and this is probably why he's not joining in the front end of this. He takes you over to the livestock area. There is actually a weird number of cows here, and he greets them all by name. They have your traditional names like Bessie and Gertha, and just, Gertha. Really, yes.
Hell yeah.
Bluebell, and, really quaint, adorable names. And he takes you into the barn, and there is a pen in the middle of the barn, and one single baby gosling, and it is golden, and it looks like it wants to eat the world.
Oh no!
Hello there, little one.
It's so small.
I sound like Anziakata for a second there. I was speaking nice and softly and calmly.
It squawks at you and tries to run at the side of the pen, but of course there's a pen there, and it looks annoyed by this, and then circles back into the middle of the pen. It's just like...
You are
this
a
is so
horrible
relatable.
goose.
It's like... It squawks.
Give it like the
It's
cool
a-
nod. I know what it's like to be small and ready for a brawl.
It glares with the flame of 1,000 suns.
And we'll just kneel down close. Not too close, but listen to all this. And if it comes charging again, she'll let out a deep, deep, soft hiss.
Does anybody have a calming presence on your sheet?
Oh, I think I do. Wait. Yeah, that's me.
All right. The goose is okay with you. It calms down and it stares at you, and then it cheeps, and it's really adorable.
Oh no.
Enunciacata, your hiss does work, but it only sends it over to Gray. Like,
But
I wasn't expecting that.
Gray is also soft-hearted and is just like, I just want to take care of it.
Mr. J looks at you and goes, how about that? Not many can do that. Of course, ain't super crazy about the fact that we got it, but, you know, here we are. I'm going to borrow your friend for a minute, and don't get bitten by the goose. Already had animal control out here with a couple of news reporters. You wouldn't think something that small could bite that big, but it can.
I could believe it.
Yeah.
And goes, cool. And Evan, he's going to take Mac outside. He says, I'm guessing you're the one I'm expecting.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I meant to kind of stay back with you a little bit, but I wasn't actually expecting to see a golden goose.
Well, that may be a bit my fault, but let's get these beans out of here, because
Right.
if I don't get these beans out of here, well, like, I don't actually, this is going to sound really crazy, but, like, just get rid of the beans. Take them far away from here and get rid of the beans.
Unorthodox, but okay, I can do that.
Like,
excuse
yeah,
me, dear, would you kindly open up for me? I'll open the briefcase and hold it out.
It's like,
Just toss
let
them
me
in.
go get the boxes. And he's like, okay, so I know a little unorthodox, but these beans, they're both good and bad luck for my family.
Are we expecting any kind of magical repercussion here? Is there something I should worry about this transport?
He looks at you and he goes, what kind of delivery man did they send me?
Well, generally speaking, professional. I don't really ask questions unless it's dangerous, and you're implying it might be dangerous.
Yeah, but most people don't ask me if it's magical.
I interpreted the luck thing as real. Wait. Are we not...
He doesn't know what you are. He's just staring at you.
I don't understand why you're confused. Let's go get him.
Okay. It's like,
Mac's signature move.
we're gonna...
What? You're confused? I'm confused too. Who's confused? What? Look at that.
Let's circle around to that again. Sure. And he goes and he gets the boxes. They are marked with the Holstead Farm logos. They're not very big. They're probably about this big by that big. Traditional agricultural boxes, type of thing you'd see tomatoes in the grocery store, that type of thing. If you look inside the box, you can see the glint of, they look kind of like green lima beans.
Okay.
He goes, it's best if they get away from here before that goose grows up.
Okay, I've heard fairy tales before. This is why I was asking if it was risky.
He goes, all right, so I'm guessing that you're the kind of thing, too, that deals in fairy tales.
Once or twice.
Right. So my familial name is Jacques.
Got it.
Right. And we have a bit of a problem here, not with what you think you're having, but we have a bit of problem with agricultural giants. You know, big corporations swooping in and, you know, buying up the property around here. And my farm does okay, but my farm's not going to do okay in a minute here, because instead of a golden egg, we have a golden goose.
Got it. I can take at least part of this problem away from you.
It's like, yeah. Now, if we could get the golden eggs back, I'd be a lot more comfortable. But this season and this season going to be okay, I think. a little tighter than normal.
Well, I wish I could help you with those giants, but that's not really my area of expertise.
Like, okay. Well, it's good to meet you. He puts out a hand. Good work with a professional. I'll let you get back to your friends. Don't let the one who the goose seems to like walk away with the goose, because that could be problematic.
I promise I won't. They're a sweetheart. They won't do anything untoward.
Gray, back in the barn, the goose, for all its mean hissiness that everyone else, has decided that it would like to hang out with you and keeps trying to flap to get over the fence to hang out with you.
Gray cannot resist and reaches in to like pet the goose.
The goose is very happy. It's a little baby gosling. It's adorable. It hisses at literally everybody else in the party.
Guys, we have a problem.
Possessive little thing.
Who remembers my very true statement that I made?
Something. Oh, what was it?
Allow me to refresh everyone's memory. The golden goose is to be trampled.
Right.
I can't. I cannot. I can't.
Oh, you think no? Oh no.
I don't.
Do they think we mean trampled literally? I guess it's a literal golden goose, but
it is a literal golden goose. Last time it was a literal broadsword.
But this could be like an emotional trampling, like you leaving it behind is emotionally trampling it.
Iris and Annunciata. You're steeped enough in changeling society and entitled changeling society to recognize that this farm is probably a freehold.
for our viewers out there and players who might not know exactly what a freehold entails, do you think we could explain what a freehold is? Not for me, I know what a freehold is, but like...
We're professionals, we know exactly what this is.
I've played this game hundreds and thousands of times, it's fine.
So freehold is like domain in Vampire. It's property granted to a changeling by their local higher up lord. It doesn't necessarily confer title on you, but it does confer ownership of property to you. It also establishes a balefire, so think of that like ley lines or convergence of magical power is glamour for the freeholder. The larger the balefire, the more glamour it holds. Usually titled fae hold freeholds in general, but smaller ones have been known to go to commoners before. Also, the balefires are more likely a commoner when the she returned from Arcadia was most likely kicked out and killed.
The exploding dogs all over again.
So, this is definitively a place where part of the reason it feels like this charming autumn sweet place of your imagination is because it is. It is a place where glamour is housed.
Great.
For the record, Gray now has the goose on their shoulder.
Oh no.
I'm naming them Saracen.
No, Gray, you cannot name the goose.
Name it.
Mr. J comes back into the barn and looks at Gray. He's like, no.
I'm sorry, we're friends now.
We're not stealing this horrible goose.
He goes to try and take the goose and put it back in its pen, and he gets bitten viciously.
Well, if you had let the goose stay where it was.
He goes, I hate to point out it's my goose. Like, I'm not blaming you, but still my goose.
I've got a bad feeling.
Ray.
We were just hanging.
It looks like Gray really wants the goose. Would you be willing
I'm very emotionally attached.
to part with it? Or
Goes, no.
you didn't even
I feel like that was an expected answer.
No.
Well, you have to understand here. The goose has formed a familiar relationship with my here companion Gray. And wouldn't you think it would be in the goose's best interest to be with someone that makes it happy? Wouldn't you be happier knowing that
You seem to hate the goose.
Goes, well, I ain't fond of its mean, but it's my family inheritance, so no.
Great, you can't steal a tourist attraction.
Yeah, it's probably making them fucking bank.
Inheritance.
Yeah, Neil's right.
use my manipulation?
What did you say, Iris?
Can I try to use my manipulation fast talking ability to try to negotiate a goose?
I'd be very impressed.
Please roll me manipulation and persuasion. Although, no, you couldn't do that. If you could think of a reason you could ward, well, I don't want to suggest that. Try persuasion first.
Okay, so it's manipulation and persuasion.
How is this your family's inheritance?
Goes, well, normally it's not a goose, it's an egg.
Would etiquette work at a time like this?
That was the next thing I was going to suggest, but you would have to pull rank on this freeholder, and that's not going to go well.
Okay, then. So it's manipulation and
Persuasion.
Is persuasion even on here?
It should be. It should be under Kenning and above Streetwise. And I'm looking at the sheet currently,
There's
so it should be.
leadership.
Yep.
That's not.
Farther down under talents.
It's not there.
Send me your sheet at some point so I can see what's going on.
I'm using the. Yeah. I don't even think it's in the back of the book. I'll just roll straight up manipulation.
Okay.
Roll 5 dice. What's the DC?
It'll be an 8.
4. One of them was a 10.
Okay. Those. I'd like for the goose to be happy, sure, but, like, this is my family's treasure.
And don't you have an obligation to honor that treasure by ensuring that your treasure is a walking, talking, squawking, biting goose? Wouldn't you have an obligation, nay, a utmost responsibility to ensure that goose's happiness?
Everybody, except Mac, who already knows this, roll an intelligence and lore for me.
This whole time Iris is talking, Mac is glaring at her. Like, the arms folded with one hand up like this.
Iris just sees a friend who needs help. She doesn't see the situation. She just sees a friend who needs help getting goose to make them happy.
Ray is also like trying to figure out like what my vision means, because it cannot mean to kill this small creature. It absolutely cannot.
You for certain heard him enunciate the capital T on that treasure. In fact, everybody above a 3 did.
Treasure, you said.
Including a 3?
No.
Oh, rip.
But yeah, like,
It was a treasure. Why is it wanting to get away?
He goes, again, it used to be eggs. Now it's that.
How unfortunate. A turn of luck.
It is an unfortunate turn of luck, but it's not the first time it's happened to my family. Just kind of have to wait it out.
Well, how long are you going to wait it out?
Till it grows up and starts laying eggs again.
I'm trying to decide if it's... Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You're fine. I just asked him, the Jack and the Beanstalk tale, huh?
He goes, yeah. I'm guessing since your compatriot here has that kind of disposition as well, I should say that Mr. J stands for Jacques, and it's a family name.
I work in a library. I'm quite familiar with many a tale.
He goes, we ain't got the most traditional giant problem, but we do have some big agricultural corporations just down the road wanting to buy the family property.
It sounds like you have giants.
Of a sort, yeah. It's not the most convenient time for this to be a goose.
Question for you. How are your books?
My books? I mean, don't get a whole lot of, librarian types out here in the rural parts.
I meant your financial.
Oh, well, this year's a little tough. Ain't got the eggs we would normally have to tide us over.
Right. So if I was to say, call my father and see if I can help you, would you allow us to maybe spend time with your goose?
Because who's your father?
Mr. Rockefeller.
Oh. Well, here's the thing. If you take my goose, it still has to come back because it's a thing that I need to give to, my children, Alan out there. He don't know much about this, and it's looking like his daughter, Mindy, gonna go through chrysalis soon.
Yeah, she's a sweet soul.
And I would prefer not to leave Mindy in a lurch with the thing that I protect this land with.
Understood.
So I'm not overly invested in taking Saracen with us. My primary concern is keeping Saracen safe.
Okay.
And what I, the player, am trying to decide is if Gray should tell Mr. J about their bardic tongue and just be like, look, I say things that are incredibly true. Here's a thing that I said. Do you see my concern?
So far, Mr. J hasn't been, particularly threatening to you guys. He's been he's a little cagey, but he's pretty upfront with what's going on now that he's figured out that there are people here who are like him.
Okay. So I think I'm going to tell him.
Okay. What do you say?
Literally what I just said. So I say things that are incredibly true. It is undeniable, and they always come to pass. Yesterday I said the golden goose is to be trampled.
He looks startled. He's like, seen one with your gift before. Not the most comfortable of gifts. I'd like to say we can protect the goose here, and I can protect from a lot of things, but
see, I have no idea if the things I say are things that I must do or make sure happen, or if they're things that I have to prevent, and I don't know, and I don't want to hurt a goose. I like him. I named him. His name is Saracen.
He cheeps at you and tries to get in your hair.
We're pals.
Oh my god. He looks and goes, look, Mr. J, I'm sorry. I know what I said outside. This is blindsiding me. I've known her for 3 days. I thought I had an idea. Okay, yeah, I wash my hands.
You were there when I said the thing!
It goes, well, my experience with prophetic statements is that they come true. The maximum you can do is make sure that they come true in the optimal manner.
I don't see an optimal manner of this goose being trampled.
Same. I'm just thinking, like, what's the safest place we could leave the goose? And I'd say it here.
Unless... Cue McElroy responses.
Well, it just says the golden goose is to be trampled. Hypothetically, y'all could, I don't know, create a goose, find someone who could create a goose, paint it gold and trample a goose that wasn't the actual golden goose, and the prophecy would still come true. You could probably make an effigy of a golden goose, and that would still be a golden goose being trampled. You just have to make sure that the prophecy comes true in the not trampling the thing, keeping in great care.
You know, I'm normally not the smart one.
That's correct.
What if your goose were to disappear and those news crews would be gone?
Goes, I don't have a problem with them city folk going home. That's, I mean, the money from the tourists is nice, but city folk always muck things up out here. They don't really understand how things work. But, those, I don't know. It's problematic now that there's that prophecy out there.
Just make a statue of a golden goose and let me smash it. I came here to slay giants, and there's no giants.
It also said the golden goose, though, not a golden goose. And usually very specific things mean very specific things, right? Like, isn't this like the type of shit that always fucking happens in prophecies where, like, someone's like, ooh, I'm clever, I'm going to get around the rules by eating my own children because I'm a weirdo, and then the children burst forth from the head anyways?
Oh, Greek mythology of you.
Very Greek.
Mm-hmm.
That's some shenanigans. You don't burst from the head, you burst from the stomach.
Enunciacata, what did you pull?
You pulled 4 cards. Death, Justice, Wheel of Fortune, and then 8 of Pentacles.
Jesus, that's a lot of major arcana.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like this at all. Rhea does not enjoy this at all.
Anne has moved back from the group because of the cards that she's pulling right now.
I'm sorry.
He goes, also, what things are on the outside aren't what they are on the inside. When you go into the dreaming, here is a more magnified version of what this is to most people. Giants don't have to roam the land for there to be giants.
I can't decapitate a corporation that still doesn't...
He goes,
good question.
We could make a guillotine that decapitates the important people in the corporation.
I'm not gonna say no to you making me a guillotine.
Yeah, I'll fucking make you a guillotine. It's easy.
Goes, oh, I haven't had a craft project in a while. I wouldn't say no to helping you make a guillotine. I don't know what you're going to use it on, but I wouldn't say no to helping you make a guillotine. Like, got some good wood out in the shed behind the house. Of course, the missus might be a little concerned, but you know.
I'm gonna pull out my switchblade and go, you're gonna have a big sister soon.
Yes. So, anyways, this has been interesting. It is vitally important, though, and he looks at Mac, that what I gave you leaves this house.
Yeah, no, I'm understanding. Don't worry about it.
Cool. Do I need to talk to you about making sure the farm stays good for this season? Because I can let the goose go with you and just say that we got sick of the city folks coming to see the farm.
Well, I want to make sure that is the right move because I don't want to put you in danger. I don't want to put an innocent creature in danger, and I don't want to put us in danger.
It goes, oh, hey, it's way too late for that. It goes, now, don't get me wrong, like, this is my house and it's calm and it's a nice farm and all the rest, but like, shit has been going weird for a while now, and it's been hard work to keep this as idyllic as it looks.
Group meeting.
Because I'll just go, and he goes to stand outside the barn.
Okay, so what's your 2 cents, Gray?
Okay. I do not believe that I would make a prophecy that involves making sure that an innocent creature dies.
Not really your choice what you prophesy, right?
No. But I don't know. The prophecies I've made before haven't been, make sure you murder innocent animal. It's been like things that help us along the way. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, maybe it's like when you were playing Mario and you had to drop Yoshi to jump up and hit the goal.
A sacrifice?
Yeah, let's skip past. I didn't say that. Let's skip past that. You know what? If the goose has to go, we might just want to leave it here so we don't have to bear witness to it. You seem like a soft-hearted type.
Is there any?
Gray looks down at the goose and says, "What do you think, Saracen?"
Is there any way for Annunciata to do omen on this goose?
Yes, absolutely.
That's a 6.
Hey. Sorry, I'm just looking up Omen again and its exact rules so that I know what to tell you. I know the basics, but I always forget the specifics of all the art because there's just many of them. There we are. That's many successes. You see a diverging path here. On one path, the goose lives and sings, continuous they are. And there's a stench of decay as that happens. And the other, you see the corpse of the goose. And many other corpses, not just the goose. And darkness, and cold, and power. And as you're in that vision, it jolts you almost physically because you see the eyes
Anne's gonna gasp, and she's gonna taste while Cormac and Gray were talking. So when she gasps, that's when they kind of filter out that conversation. And chokes out everything. She just
I don't feel qualified to make these decisions.
And at this point, I'm going to call, we're going to take a break, and that's a good moment to do that. And 10 minutes, and we'll be right back. Thanks for sticking with us, everyone. for waiting for us. It's good to see you all again, and we're going to pick up where we left off with Annunciata's Omen, and go.
She'll explain what happened, and she'll give out the two paths of what's going on with this Gosling, and pretty much explain the fate of this whole freehold. Weighs heavily on the Gosling, and if it survives, though it will slowly start to decay.
I will state that this Gosling represents a certain thing about this farm. And while the Gosling is definitely a physical representation of what's happened to this farm, it may just be about the farm.
I don't quite know what to say. For once, I'm speechless.
You can always look at it from how we are. We constantly change and evolve, and we all turned into different kiths, did we not?
Annunciata, since you've seen this vision, I'm going to need you to roll a stamina and gray mare. I know that's an odd roll.
Not my best roll, but
okay. You hear the howl of the wolf in the back of your head. And a faint whispering you can't quite make out.
You're
You're
muted.
mute.
she'll walk out of the barn and start to walk wherever she thought she heard the howl.
Okay. As you start walking around, it seems to be directly behind you no matter where you're standing, and every time you turn around you don't see anything.
She doesn't see anything anyway.
Well, you don't sense any, there's no rustle of animals, there's no sensation of being watched. It's just that howl in the back of your mind like it's infected you. So, the rest of you, the Gosling is doing just fine with Gray, thanks. It's happy there. Are y'all just going to hang out in the barn?
I kind of want to see the goose a little closer now that it's friendly.
It stays friendly as long as it's with Gray.
Saracen, be nice.
Hey, little guy.
Cheap.
Oh, damn it. It's cute. Okay.
Thank you.
It looks huffy, but
Let's just
Welcome
keep
to my
collecting it.
existential crisis.
Yeah, funny you mentioned. I was about to say, let's just start collecting shit that's probably going to get us killed. We'll have a reliquary of bad decisions.
We've got a cup. We've got horrible beans. We've got a goose.
Reliquary of Bad Decisions was my burlesque tagline.
I was like, that's a dope band name.
You're welcome.
As you stand
You
here,
can make that your side band, Gray.
Your solo project.
Yeah.
This could be the name of our next album.
as you stand here discussing this, you hear the sound of raised voices, and you realize that Mr. J is no longer standing just outside the barn, and it sounds like him and Alan having a fight about payroll. Actually, Alan is like, "Well, Pop, you signed me on to the deed of this, so it's not just your decision."
Sounds like they need a little bit of diplomacy.
Sounds like they need a little bit of money.
And finding her way to the shop.
Okay. Madden's still in your purse, I'm guessing, so he will help you not trip over things on the way to the shop. He'll be like, no, left, right. Oh shit, somebody's looking. Like, okay. No, follow the shouting voices. No, you can't miss them. Like, there's just a big field between you and 2 angry men. You get 10 more, we can have a film.
I just realized I can do something.
Okay.
I'm going to use willow whispers and talk to the goose.
Absolutely. Can do that.
It's it's my primal art.
It is.
I'm just gonna whisper very softly.
What are you going to whisper to the goose?
I get to ask questions, so I'll just say my first question, which is the most important one of them all, I believe. Actually, second most important.
Okay.
Are you happy here?
Goes. Who said that?
Hi, my name's Iris. I'm the one with the big hair.
Goes. This is my friend. And he buried against Gray some more.
Gray is a really nice person. They are a really nice friend of mine too, only I don't hug them as much.
You could, if you asked. Just saying.
Alright, I also need you to roll your primal plus your nature. Huh?
Oh, I can do that.
Yep.
So that's 4 dice.
Yep.
That's a 10, an 8, a 9, and a 4.
Okay. So you can ask this gosling 4 questions.
And I used the first one to ask it if it was happy.
Yes. Also, this does invoke glamour, so you'll have to mark off one of your glamours.
Yes.
Not permanent, but like temporary.
And I was just like trying to hand signal to Corey in some way of like, what should I ask?
What? You're talking? What?
The gosling cheeps at Gray, like, this is weird and I don't like it.
Oh, Iris, don't bring me into this. I don't know what you're up to.
Got my little bird.
What? Don't give me that look.
I don't have anything near me that I can
Origin, where'd it come from?
You could definitely, like, get a handful of its feed and give the gosling something to eat.
So where did you come from, little friend?
Dark. That's good.
as close as I can get.
The gosling just looks at you and goes, dark place, then here.
Do you know of anyone who would want to hurt you?
Because everything is awful.
Imagine he gets very flappy in my hands when he does that.
Yes.
I'm just like, oh, okay.
Everything is awful. I fight it.
It's okay.
What's a good fourth question? I could just waste it and ask if they like the name Gray gave them.
It's not wasting it, you're using it.
That seems like an extremely Irish thing to do.
It does.
It is.
Remember, it's not about like winning the game. You don't have to ask the best questions. Just have fun.
Oh no, I just feel like I'm wasting everyone's time. I'll ask, do you like the name that Gray gave you?
This one, Gray? Everything Gray does is awesome. Gray is my friend.
Okay.
And then the whispers fade.
So, we might be dealing with a little child here who is a very angry child who really likes Gray for some reason, and they are a very angry child.
It was relatable until you said that they liked me.
They like you and think that you're awesome and that everything you do is awesome and they love everything about you, but they hate everything else in the world and everything's out to get them.
Teenagers.
Lakota, you have danger sense, don't you?
I do.
Okay.
Are you calling me Kenny Loggins? And am I in a danger zone right now?
I might be. You get a distinctly dangerous feeling from the argument that's happening between Jay and his son. And if you look there, you see his granddaughter, Mindy, watching the argument.
Hey, remember that fun we talked about? Keep
The bad fun?
Bird. And I'm going to head over for the argument.
Okay. Alan is distinctly mortal. He's nothing special. He's just yelling at his dad. Mindy, however, looks distant and upset and angry. And Mr. J turns and goes, "What? What is it? Sorry. What?
Towards
Is
me,
something
or?
wrong?" Yeah, towards you.
Hey, Mr. Toboggan. What happens when a caterpillar goes from caterpillar to butterfly? It makes a what?
And he looks at Mindy. He goes, "Mindy, are you okay, sweetie?" She goes, "Everyone's always fighting." She
Am
looks
I?
really, really angry.
Were you going to say something, Enunciacata?
She's trying to find people.
You can definitely hear Lakota. You can, Madden will get you up to Lakota since Lakota seems to be trying to break the fight up, or at least jump in the fight. He's not really certain, but he figures if he gets you close enough, something will happen.
I'm at least going to interpose myself between Mindy and the other two.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll ask Lakota to bring her close to Mindy. She'll kind of protect her if it need to be.
Okay. Mindy's like, "I hate this. I hate this farm. I hate my dad. I hate my grandpa. I hate all of you."
Ooh, that's very rude. I'm not yelling at anyone.
It's always like this. I don't care about this stupid farm anymore. Mr. J's like, "Oh, honey, you don't mean that. I promise. Look, we're not fighting anymore. Nothing's happening. Nothing's wrong." Also, this is loud enough to be heard. She's yelling. She's being, 12 and yelling.
Mindy, why don't you help me in the store, would you please?
Sure.
I promise I'll make it.
Spec, you're freezing up.
Sorry. Is it gonna be true? Can you hear me now? No.
You're frozen.
You're frozen.
Worse.
And I've nodded too much in this.
Still phasing?
You're frozen. You're just like.
Is it getting better or worse?
Video
Like,
cut, so worse.
Oh, now you're sideways.
Now you're up ways.
Yeah.
Now you're sitting.
Yeah. Am I better? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. Mindy's like, "I hate the store. I don't Why does everybody always want me to calm down?
I never said to calm down. I just can't see things, so best to kind of break a bad situation with pulling people different ways. And plus, I want to spend some money here. If that's okay with you.
She goes, okay. Does that mean I can get a Nintendo Switch if you spend money?
Would you like one?
Goes, yes.
She'll pull out her phone, hand it to her, and say, order one.
Oh my god.
She looks at her dad.
Guillotine. Guillotine.
Go ahead.
To be so wealthy that you could just be like, here, random child, allow me to just order you whatever you want, and I will solve all of my problems by just giving people gifts. Having some feelings.
Anyways,
You seem like a good child. Why not? Order one and order a couple of games with it.
She orders the Nintendo Switch and Animal Crossing, and she makes a bit of a face because she realizes that she's on a farm and ordering Animal Crossing.
And a card falls out, and it will fall in its strength.
Okay. Fair. She looks at it. She goes, do you do fortune telling?
I do.
Goes, what's my fortune?
You want to know now?
Yes. And Mr. J's like, no, too many prophecies for one day. Like,
Oh, I have one more.
Like,
she just says, hold on. It's okay. I've got you on this. And she'll take out her tarot cards and do a regular tarot spread. Just a simple 3-card draw. I can do intelligence and tarot, truth telling if you want.
No, I believe in you.
I'm tempted to just. I want to see the cards out.
Well, I've already pulled out strength, so I'm going to leave that as one of them.
Okay.
Then I've got Queen of Wands.
Okay.
And the World.
Okay. Yeah. She goes, what does that mean?
She'll smile and she'll say, well, strength is, I'm pulling up the correct rating for you. Hold on. So strength means courage, calm, and compassion. So you are a very strong-willed person. At the same time, you know when to use that strength to soothe other people when they need it most. Next is Queen of Wands. And that is cheerful, energetic, and you'll have a lot of entrepreneurship with you. You'll be very eventful in business, which means you could turn this farm into a brighter enterprise. And then she goes for...
Can I turn it into a theme park?
Here's the third card for you, the World. Completion, peace, and travel. Which means you'll take your strength, your entrepreneurship, and compile that off and go and see the world with it, and maybe bring a little bit of the farm with you.
I would like to travel. Lakota, you are closest to them. I want you to roll me a wits and alertness, please.
But can I tack my instinctive onto that?
Sure. Yep. A good place for it.
And we'll make sure that the Mindy has put the correct address for the farm for all of the things that she's buying on her Amazon.
Yep.
Because she doesn't want it. What you can do with the Switch?
It's a 4 on a crit.
Okay. As you're watching this conversation go on, you see a glint of yellow in Mindy's eyes. And while you can't see Annunciata's eyes, you feel like there's an answering call there.
Okay.
However, for right now, the situation seems to be diffused. Mindy's emotion seems to be back under control again as she orders Animal Crossing and, is distracted by the tarot cards.
And then we'll distract her more with telling her where everything is. And we'll spend about $1,000 right there in the store.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Gray, did you have something you wanted to say?
Yep. Gray has another one of those moments. And this time they say, the change will come in a dream.
Goes, well, this has been more exciting than I really wanted, Mr. J. So, and with that, I'm done with prophecy for today. So it's been nice to meet you all. Get off my farm.
That's fair.
Happily.
Can I just
Gray pats Saracen.
What would you like to do, Iris?
I just was hoping to buy a keychain to add to my keychain collection.
Another fucking keychain. I can make you a keychain. I can make you a keychain.
Anil, just let her.
Let her have her little happy things.
We don't have keychains, but we have mugs and shot glasses.
Oh, a shot glass. Iris, that's useful.
Oh yeah, that's real edgy. It'll make you feel rebellious.
I collect keychains from all the places I've been.
People should collect shot glasses too.
How about magnets?
We do have magnets. Because I'm sorry, sweetie, I hadn't thought of making keychains.
Oh no, it's not you, it's me. It's just I like collecting them from when my family used to go on trips.
Oh, sweetie, I don't know what to tell you. We have blankets with the farm logo on it.
Oh my, I could make a quilt out of all the little t-shirts and sweatshirts.
That's that right there. I'll get you a t-shirt.
And how much is it?
Don't worry about it. Just, move on. Nothing personal. Just move on.
Gray's gonna put Saracen back. Oh, I'm sorry. You go ahead.
No, go for it.
I was gonna say, Gray puts Saracen back. His Gray is fairly confident that anything bad is not actually going to happen to Saracen. But also says to the goose, can you please try to be a little nicer to Mr. J?
The goose huffs.
I know. I know.
And then it produces its honk, even though it had been cheeping at you.
You're a big scary goose and I love you.
And it runs around its pen delightedly.
Well, hopefully he will be less mean now.
I mean, he still likes you.
We love him too, and I would love a goose familiar, but I'm not going to steal a goose from an innocent family.
Fair.
Unless the powers that be tell me that I should take the goose.
No, don't need to take the goose.
Great.
Driving, I'm guessing y'all drive away from the farm. Mac, where do you want to
Before
take
we split,
these beans?
were there any pitchforks lying around?
Yeah, and I'm pretty certain that if you asked for one, it would be given to you as well.
I mean, I'm not asking. I'm going to take it. That's my souvenir. Because they didn't have giants here.
Okay. I mean, you don't know if they have giants here. Y'all didn't look for any.
Well,
I'm sure the giant will find us.
Oh, yeah.
So, Mac, where are you taking these beans to?
here's the plan. I need to find myself a hardware store, And I need to get those little 50-pound bags of quickcrete. And I'm going to mix up some concrete, put the beans in the concrete, and throw them in a river.
Okay. Are you going to do this while everybody can see you?
I mean, they're too big to fit in my briefcase, so they're in the back. I ain't hiding it.
Iris, I think you're going to have to stop at a hardware store.
Politely requested.
What? Why are we stopping by a hardware store?
Gotta ditch some beans.
Why do we have beans? I bought it.
You don't have beans, I have beans.
Okay.
It's one of those things about Cormac that we'll just never know.
I'm a delight.
You're
Thank you,
something.
Gray.
Agreed.
By the way, Gray, do we need to get you like a weighted blanket or something when you have those little visions? Put something in your mouth, or I don't know.
They're not having a seizure.
Well, I'm just trying to be sensitive.
I bought
You're
some
not
wine.
succeeding.
Don't make me turn this vehicle around. I think
Please,
I'm
God,
doing
don't.
this right.
I
No,
don't
you're
think we're
not.
going to go back to where we came from.
I
That
don't
wolf,
think Mr. J would like that.
that wolf was still howling.
When the fuck did we meet a wolf?
Been in my head since I saw the vision of the
Oh, that's not good.
No.
You see,
Raise your hand if you're not crazy. Put it down.
Sure. Be happy to.
Listen, we've all got our eccentricities.
No, this is not an eccentricity. I heard it in the phone.
I'm not saying I don't mean that it's not true. We all have our eccentricities. There are things about us that make us unique. So, like, shut the fuck up.
God bless you, Neil.
This isn't an eccentricity. This is something very recently new.
Oh, she's right. Wolf's been tailing us.
I mean, you can develop
Wait, you guys have
schizophrenia
seen
in
a
your
wolf
20s.
too?
What?
Oh, heard it,
Wait,
yes.
am I the only one not seeing giant dogs?
Yes.
Apparently.
Piss.
I haven't seen
hearing
giant
it.
dogs.
I saw one once.
Did I see one?
Weird.
I think
was,
we all had the same vision, didn't we?
Yes, I think so, maybe.
Did the dog say your name?
Don't recall.
Dog said my name.
But
Being hunted?
Yeah.
the queen sent you a message by squirrel. What do you think?
I don't know.
That's a yes.
Speaking of the squirrel, does anybody want to roll some perception and alertness?
Oh, yeah.
Dear God,
Matt-
no! If it's in the hair, I swear to God. We're just going to stick a baseball bat to it.
This is a difficulty 8 for everybody except Cormac, who has a specialty in being tailed, so you have a 7.
That's a 4 for me.
2 for me.
Fucking Christ.
1.
4 with a crit.
0.
Mac, I love you.
Just
Your dice
sixes for
are
days.
Oh, all right, so
are
for
Maybe you shouldn't use a
everybody
dice
who
hack.
has-
Yeah.
Maybe you should kiss my dick. Sorry, that just slipped out.
Oh,
Maybe you need to put your dice in the freezer because they're cursed.
Look, I'm really angry. I'm sorry.
I never do
Clearly.
the dice deal thing. The dice lords give us and they take it.
Yes, they do. In more ways than one.
So everybody who has any sort of success here still has that perception of being watched. For everybody with the 4 level and above, y'all can see the squirrel.
Where's the squirrel at?
It's just running through the treetops and then blinking away. It doesn't have the cup. And let's see.
Then I'll lean out and just be like, "Where's the cup? You had one job."
It's still a squirrel, so it doesn't say anything to you.
Do I need to
Anyways,
translate to squirrel for you? Because I can speak squirrel.
Are we going to be doing a squeak, 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 and squeak?
the squirrel's still here. Cool. So I'm going to live in your house now because I just don't want Laurel to see me with you guys. I also don't know how to get away from you guys.
Well, I could always throw you out of my purse.
I could pull over.
I mean, you could. I mean, yeah, but then the squirrel and I would be alone together, and that just wouldn't be fun. But, okay.
Are we more fun than the squirrel?
I'm not fond of Laurel, in case you hadn't noticed. Like her son a lot.
Like, or like?
That's a lot of likes.
Well,
Okay.
it's like in a relationship. I'm going to give you the birds and the beehive.
I mean, he starts turning this faint pink color, and he's like, look, a lot of things changed when we came back from the draining. I don't know where we stand.
So we're helping you hide you from your boyfriend?
Is it devotion? Is it like which romance? Give me a romance novel to work off of.
He goes, look, I don't talk about being in love with people because I'm a Fiona and I have self-preservation, thing.
Does Corey have to worry about you hitting on him?
Yeah, does Corey have to worry about you hitting on him? That's a big question.
Well, he's 6 inches tall. It's not really my type.
Yeah, wait until he gets bigger.
Is your type?
I don't want to talk about this right now.
I think it's a great time to talk about this.
Craig, you and I are on good terms. Don't change that.
He turns to Mac and goes, I suppose you're a very attractive troll. What do you want me to say here?
Don't.
The truth. It always sets one free.
Look, I feel like we've been ignoring the whole side quest of making him taller. I feel like we should talk a little bit more about fixing the 6-inch tall curse.
I could try to stretch him out, but there's no guarantee he'd survive it.
I feel like we missed our opportunity when we were talking to other people like us who maybe had the abilities that we needed. Whoops.
Don't worry, we'll find somebody with metamorphosis soon.
You pull in about this point to the home hardware store. It definitely has concrete. So, I'm guessing Mac would like to avoid the whole discussion of love interests at this point.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what we're going to be chatting about, I'm just going to do my business, and you guys can speculate. What do kids call it these days? Is it shipping?
What
I don't know. Fuck off.
We've got the beans. We're putting them in the concrete. That's the shipping we're doing.
We've already handled that.
Okay.
Are shipping anything else off?
Mm-hmm.
I'm confused.
We have the apples. We do have the apples. We could be shipping the
Matt's
apples.
like, okay, good. So, is the new quest to make me taller? Is that the plan? Can we still avoid the squirrel? Can I still avoid the squirrel? That's all I want to know.
I can
Yeah.
go into the store with Cormac and find the chainsaw.
Okay. There's definitely chainsaw.
I need an adult, because that's not okay.
I'm gonna find the biggest one there is.
Is that your
All right.
popcorn? Is our chainsaws your version of popcorn?
I'm gonna glue the pitchfork to the chainsaw.
You should get Emil to do that.
No. I want to watch this happen.
I can build things too.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe in you, Lakota.
And just gonna gently lean against Neil and go, you have to describe to me what's going on.
instead
believe
of
in
doing
Darwin.
something smart, she's using, it looks like Elmer's glue. She isn't even using like a glue that would work on these metals. Like, ideally, she'd be using epoxy.
This is red cap engineering. It's like just 20 bazooka Joes, like after 10 minutes in my mouth.
Oh my god.
Red cap saliva is very industrious.
Not as industrious as epoxy.
I mean, I have to take apart a car to eat it. I think just through like oral osmosis, I've learned some engineering.
Just let me know when to dodge.
Roll me a wits and crafts, please.
Hell yeah. Yo, I'm so good at crafting. You don't even know.
Difficulty standard 6.
That's a regular 7.
Cool. It looks like it's put together. It also looks interestingly digested. You have a very acidic stomach. I can't guarantee it'll work, but it's sort of together.
Yeah, I'm all about functionality over presentation.
You won't know if it'll work until you try it on something.
Gonna hold it aloft, make sure the squirrel sees it.
The squirrel looks at it and then sticks out its tongue and blinks away. So, this puka clearly has Wayfair. Just saying.
Hey, I have that too.
Yep.
So
I forgot.
Iris is gonna leave the vehicle at some point to try to catch Corey alone.
Okay.
She's gonna be peeking over the aisles, but like her beehive peeks over first.
Max, she's not very sneaky.
Okay.
She's on her tippy toes.
Am I in trouble?
No, I just have
Are you in trouble?
I have a favor to ask.
Okay. Do you need me to write another letter for you?
No. But I need you to promise me something.
You know how I feel about that.
Okay, fine. I need you to make a non-binding agreement to something.
We can work with that. Okay.
I don't know where the cup is. And I don't ever want to know where the cup is.
Done.
I, as of this very moment, have no idea where the cup is.
Okay. And you want it to stay that way is what you're getting at.
Absolutely.
Done. I like it.
And just whatever shenanigans happened that I don't know about, it's put me into a very, very difficult position.
Iris, we're all in a little bit of a weird position right now, and I apologize for any complications I might add to that, but there's a lot of shit whirling around above our heads at the moment. It's even above... Look down, please. Weird things are happening with people bigger than us.
Yeah.
Let's just do our best, and it's going to be okay, all right? I can make you that promise.
It's a promise, then.
Okay. Now help me carry this concrete. It's heavy as fuck.
Neil.
Right away. Excuse me, can I have some assistance here?
Perfect.
She goes to get someone else to roll the concrete out. I need help loading this into my vehicle.
Neil, while they're all off on their side missions to create stuff and get concrete and talk to each other, you get a text message from one of the guys you work with, and he goes, "Hey, people been asking about you."
I text back like folks have been wondering where I like they so I think for a minute I'm like, you mean like the boss is wondering where I am? I told him I was gonna take a vacation.
No, like other people been asking around about you. You in trouble with the law, kid?
Not that I'm aware of.
Goes-
Who's been asking around? Like cops or some shit?
They didn't give no name.
Well, what'd you say to him? What, like, give me something to fucking work with. Like, I need to know if I have like weird people stalking me.
Hey, we said what we always said to strangers, saying ain't nobody around by that name around here. But just wanted to make sure you were okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Didn't say nothing?
I mean, I don't know that they believed us, but ain't nobody's business but yours, we figured.
Yeah. I'm just taking some time in the country. Hoping to get some new inspiration. Maybe find some interesting, like, petrified woods to use in some handles.
Okay. This guy's name's Colin, and he's like, well, you know, just be safe. See you at the end of your vacation. It's kind of quiet without you.
Yeah, it's hard to be louder than some of those hammers, but, you know, gotta try my best.
Annuncia Cotta, you have the confirmation of your spending on Amazon in your email, which now can read it out to you. It also has the special ringtone message for your dad. And he says, weird shipment arrived at the house. Looks like a book for you.
Text back. What kind of book? Did it work?
Madden goes, yeah, you did great. Although, technically, you need to say, oh God, what type of phone does she have? Android
Galaxy 10.
I don't know which woman you're supposed to tell text on Androids, but, you know. Just, yeah, you have to tell the phone and then tell it its text message.
Okay. Just push the buttons for me.
Yes, okay, fine. What do you want me to say?
Oh dear. What kind of book?
He dances on top of the phone. Just because he can.
Does he stick the landing?
Let me see. He does a passable impression at sticking the landing. he stumbles almost and he's like, I'm good, I got it. Alright, it's sent. Sorry. Had to be dramatic there for a minute. Fun. Says, the text message comes back and says, looks like some sort of book of myths, lore, I don't know, something.
Okay, put it in my room. I'll look at it when I come home. Thank you.
Okay. And that's the end of the text chain.
I didn't order a book.
So, you get back in the car, I'm guessing. Where are you headed next?
Where to, everyone? Everyone used the bathroom, got their snacks, not snakes. Why did I say snakes? Did anyone bring snakes?
Mad goes, yes, only they're 6 millimeters long, so you'll never find them.
When I was talking about you, that would be tweezers.
So where do we want to go now?
I have to
Great
be in Windsor in a couple of weeks. I'd like it if we could go towards that.
Yeah, how far away is that from here?
You're still a while. You're traveling from the west coast to mid-east side, so, a day or two.
Well then.
Well, I have plenty of time then. Don't worry about it.
Maybe we could stop by Chicago and I can pop in and get that book.
We going to America?
Everyone have their passports and an alibi?
Just to be the voice of reason here. Shouldn't we be trying to fulfill our contract?
We are, but they haven't given us a place to meet. Chicago's a big city. Lots of birds. It's a windy city. Birds.
Where
Okay.
I'm from, plus I've already sent a message out to the murder court. I'm waiting for them to respond.
Okay,
But
I thought we were heading towards the portal because we felt that was a natural place to find people, but maybe I just made that up.
I mean, it's a good place to look for things, but I'm here for wherever you want to go.
Do we want to go to America?
Or wherever you guys want to go. I'm open.
Man's like, I don't really want to go to Cordia, but then, that just complicates things, because then there's, more intercourt politics to deal with as compared to the already extant court politics.
Yeah, also, if we travel too far, are we gonna accidentally start some type of war between nobles because they're gonna be like, you're hunting someone on my territory, and, everyone gets all pissy about that bullshit.
Yeah, I feel like we shouldn't leave the country.
Not going home anytime soon.
I mean, there is definitively that problem of if you leave this kingdom and go to another one, you might put some other court politics up. Assuming you get caught doing so.
Well, then I
Anyway.
guess we'll go somewhere else. Right?
When was the last time you contacted the murder court in Annunciata?
Well, we were in just a day or so ago.
Okay.
I used my contacts that I could.
Oh, right. Yes.
I was waiting for
It's not-
instructions.
It's not unusual for this to take some time to get through people. It's only been a day and a half approximately. So,
Well, they're going to find out about the cup. If they found out about the first cup, they're going to find out about the second cup. And that is not going to fly. So I don't know if we should go towards a more populated area or a less populated area, but I feel like we should pick one of those because someone's going to be fucking coming after us in the next day. If we're lucky to last that long.
Why don't we find a place to hunker down for at least a day or so, get our bearings, pull out a map, we'll map out exactly where we want to go on our world tour.
We gotta ditch this car.
That is a reasonable plan, though.
But I like this car.
Yeah, but the squirrel sauce in this car.
Fine.
We
I
don't
have a
need
feeling-
to, eat it again or whatever. But we
I can
gotta...
return it to the nearest. I can return it to a rental place and get a different one.
Yeah.
I feel like it doesn't really matter what car we're in.
I mean, probably not.
So,
But it gotta
as
make it a
a-
little bit harder for him, right?
That's fair.
As a recommendation, if you are trying to avoid attention here, you either are going to have to go through the dreaming to throw people off, because the dreaming doesn't work exactly the same way that the mortal world does. There's some risk involved in that, but it can throw people off because you're in a purely magical state. Alternatively, there are freeholds around here. There are dukes who have their own issues in every province, every area. You can hide yourself in other people's politics if you want to as well. So, because hospitality is a thing among changelings, any freehold you find, you can ask for hospitality, and that will cause a barrier between you and Laurel and anyone else who tries to come for you at any point, because your host will be obliged to be responsible for you.
So even a small freehold would be able, with hospitality, would be able to, like, hold off Laurel?
You're using etiquette, which you can help them with. Yes, you can make it impolite to get rid of you, and as long as you keep leaving before it would be polite to send you back to Laurel, you can use that as a hopping point if you want to.
Let's find
I would. Sorry, I was going to say I would recommend making sure the house you're dealing with, though, before you just pick a freehold and be like, haha, because some of them bend the rules.
I don't think we can go to Jack's anymore. He's probably not super thrilled.
Sorry, while I'm thinking about this, Mac, you get a text from your boss that says good work, and you get a check. Well, not a check, but an electronic transfer of funds for the job well done. He says, I may have another job for you soon.
All right. I respond saying, keep me posted. It's weird up here.
It's Canada. Of course it's weird.
You're getting weird.
Why don't we find a place to hunker down and evaluate our choices? And we'll pick there must be some sort of hotel around here.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, alternatively, if you wanted to be a little less like going to a hotel, you could probably find an Airbnb. Might recommend getting new credit cards, Annunciata and Iris, just because of the ability to trace them.
Finding a freehold that might be able to get our little friend here, Madden, back to full size would be nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So why don't we find a place to relax for a day? Figure out where exactly we're gonna go. See if we have know anyone who's got a freehold anywhere. Try our best not to cause trouble for a day.
That sounds good to me.
Should we try an Airbnb or should we try a hotel?
No difference to me.
Hotels are too manufactured.
Oh my god.
Rub me the wrong way.
Well, let me see if there's any houses that you can Airbnb the entire place.
She asked if anyone had a preference, and I gave my preference. Don't oh my god me.
All right.
You do find an Airbnb out here. It is a farmhouse. It does have enough bedrooms for all of you, and it does have Wi-Fi. It doesn't have a whole lot of other things around it to do, though it does try to talk up the quaint sites you can see on the listing. It looks like you can rent the whole house, though.
What do you think of this? And she was originally going to hand her phone to Annunciata, but then slyly moves it back to whoever's sitting behind her. What do you think of this place?
Neil, what do you think?
Bit homey, but you know, like my concern would be we're out in the middle of fucking nowhere. But
Canada. Are you looking for an industrial warehouse?
I mean, listen, that wouldn't be a bad thing.
I don't think
the very spacious loft.
Yeah, it would be the worst thing in the world.
One of those
but
metal elevators.
I kind of look at it and see if it's a place that I could easily secure for a night.
Yeah, it's easily secured for a night. It's out in the middle of nowhere. I will remind you that Knopper's inventions always have a fatal flaw, so just be conscious of that when you're designing security.
Okay.
Fatal flaw is Iris. That's what it is. Iris ruins everything.
And so I'm going to speed this along. You go to the farmhouse. You hunker down. Anil, you have more than enough dots in security to create something for security. I will keep in mind what the flaw is about it. It seems quiet. Anybody who wants to watch for a tail, please roll perception and alertness for this. And let me know what you see on that. And as you turn in for the night, while you're all doing this, you all begin to dream the same dream. You dream of the farm you just exited, but now the colors are brighter and warmer and more like the autumn crisp air than it even was while you were there. And you see Jack in all of his glory as Boggin. But he's a smiley man. He's jolly. He's delighted in himself. A bit roguish in the smile, but then that's a family trait. And you hear behind you the rumble of the footsteps, and you hear a booming voice say, "You thought you could get away from me, but I can chase you in your dreams." And that's where we're going to end for the night.
Oh my goodness. I feel kind of dumb. This entire time I thought the golden goose was the Boggin.
That would have been quite the long con.
It took me so long to realize.
And with that, we're going to go around and let everybody do their sign-offs. I'm so sorry. MJ.
Hi, I've been MJ Bradley Lestrange. You can follow me on Twitter at iHoardLibraries, especially if you understood my Saracen reference, Let's Be Friends. You can also catch me on Reignite, Circle of Friendship, and the Rob Thomas No Not That One Robcast, and on the Certain Point of View Network.
And Rhea.
Once again, my name is Rhea. You can find me on Twitter at explosive_donuts or on Instagram at Rhea.jasmine. I have a TikTok now, apparently. I forget what my TikTok username is, but you can
I think
see
it's the
me
same as your
there.
Instagram name.
Is okay, so my TikTok is also Rhea.jasmine, and you can see me pick up heavy things on there sometimes.
And Velvet.
Thank you all for sticking around. I've been Velvet Divine. You can find me pretty much everywhere on the interwebs at OG Brown Sugar, as well as the Stories of a Broken Sun and Flight Risk podcasts, and at 8 o'clock, East o'clock, on the Onyx Path channel for Boston by Night.
And we'll get Lacoca that giant fight yet.
I'm itching for it.
Giant fight.
Let's go.
I'm just pumped with the giant fight. Hi, I'm Michelle C. Light. The C does stand for Crystal. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, at Michelle C. Light. I have a website. I've been working on putting stuff on there. It's been a progress because I'm writing like 20 articles at once. And you can find me this coming Saturday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, storytelling Boston by Night with a special guest, Mr. B. Dave Walters.
Awesome. And Junie.
I'm Judah Von Esch. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch underneath Judah Von Esch. It's kind of easy. I'm a crafter by trade, and we'll be starting up St. Jude's winter season shortly on my Twitch channel, and then I also storytell on the RPG table for Vampire Last Breath, Chicago by Night.
Awesome. And Evan, any final thoughts? No?
I really miss woodworking and this whole pandemic shit. You know, my dad lives in Fayetteville, south of Atlanta. He's got a wood shop in the basement, and I used to work down there all the time, and I just haven't been in months, and I really miss it.
always wanted to
Good
do
thought.
woodworking.
Yeah.
It's a good final
I-
thought.
I used to do it
Any-
growing up, but I miss it too.
Anyways, I am Spectre Lafette on most platforms. You can find me on TikTok, on Instagram, and Twitter. You can follow the show at Arc of the Dragon on Twitter. You can subscribe to us on YouTube. You can toss us a follow. I would greatly appreciate it. We're almost to affiliate. We're under 10 followers to affiliate, so I'm really excited about that. And also give us a follow on YouTube. And if you really feel generous, subscribe. Use Twitch to subscribe, and we'll see you next Friday. Thanks, guys. Bye.